everyone, today I have a really super awesome costume tutorial for you guys. Snapchat filters, puppy and deer costumes. I'm so excited to show you guys this. I hope that you guys like it. If you do, don't forget to click that little thumbs up below and make sure to share with your friends. They could be looking for costumes too. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep up with all of my latest videos. They also have a new notification thing where if you subscribe to the channel, you can click on the little bell-shaped icon just below the video, and then you'll get notifications every time I upload a new video. So don't forget to subscribe so you can take advantage of that. So now, let's get to the tutorials.
This first part will be used for either costume. You'll want to make a giant model of a cell phone with the Snapchat frame. Now you really don't need this part to do the costume, but I really do feel like it adds to the costume and really will get across what your costume is. You can find more complete instructions on how I made this large model of my phone over on my blog, and you can also find the directions on how to make either set of ears for either the puppy or the deer over on my blog as well. And I will definitely leave that link in the description of this video for you guys to easily find. Now, let's get to the makeup part of these two tutorials. So starting with the puppy look, as you can see here, I was a little gung-ho on my makeup and I started doing it without first letting you guys know that for this look, you just want to make sure that you're just wearing regular makeup, but you want it to be really kind of flawless. And the reason why a lot of people use that filter, besides the cute puppy face, it makes your skin look amazing. So you want to make sure to try to have really flawless skin. And then your first step to transforming into the puppy is to take a brown eyeliner and draw that muzzle shape around your nose. So you'll just start under your nose, probably just halfway in between the bottom of your nose and your mouth. And you're just gonna draw, I guess, what looks kind of like a mustache shape, and then around up to your nose to make that sort of upside down heart shape. Now, using the same brown eyeliner, you'll want to draw in the puppy nose, using your nose as a loose kind of guide. And then you're just going to start coloring in your nose, and I'm just using regular cream Halloween makeup, so you can really mix the colors that you need just with a simple Halloween cream makeup palette. And normally these cream makeup palettes really don't cost very much. So as I was saying, just color in that nose shape that you drew with a very dark brown, just leaving an empty spot just on the top of your nose, which we will later color in white to add the effect of a little bit of shininess to the puppy's nose. Now to color in the muzzle, you're going to use a brown that is lighter than what you used for the nose part. And you're going to color in the entire muzzle, leaving an empty spot on either side. And this is where we're going to be later adding a lighter color to add dimension and make that muzzle appear to be more round like a puppy's face would be, unlike our own, which is fairly flat. Here you can see the spots that I left uncolored, which I'm now going to go ahead and color in with a very, very light brown beige color. And as I said, this is to add dimension. Once you've got those two spots painted in with your light beige color, you're just going to wipe off that same brush with a Kleenex, and then you're going to go around the edges and blend the darker brown with the lighter brown so that you end up with a nice blended and blurred edge. You really just want one color to blend right into the other, no hard lines. But do make sure to keep that hard line around the nose. You do want to have a distinct line between that nose and the muzzle. Next, you'll just use a very small brush and some white cream makeup to fill in that shiny spot on the puppy nose. Next, use a black eyeliner to really define that sort of split that puppies have in the center of their nose, and then darken a little bit just on the base of the nose, again to create a little bit more dimension and roundness to that nose. Next, use your black eyeliner to draw in the puppy nostrils. So the puppy nostrils won't be in the same spot as your own nostrils, they'll be slightly above. And then you'll also want to do your best with the makeup to try to make your own nostrils less visible, so you really want them to blend in. Now you'll just take your small brush and just lighten the tip around the nostrils just a little bit, and that's just again creating a little bit more dimension and roundness to the nose. Next, you're just going to take your brown eyeliner and just create little dots on either side of the muzzle. And you'll notice that a lot of dogs have these sort of hair follicles where some more coarse, thicker hairs would be coming out. And our Snapchat puppy has those too. And finally, if there's anything that needs to be perfected or adjusted, this is the time to do it because you're pretty well finished. And then the final step is just the ears. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you can find the full tutorial to make these ears over on my blog, and I will have that link in the description of the video for you guys to head over there. So to attach these ears, I'm just going to use a few bobby pins. You just want to section off your hair so that you can bury that wire underneath the layers, and the puppy ears will just look like they're sitting in your hair. So just section it off. Place the wire where you have sectioned off and position your ears in front of your head as they appear in the actual Snapchat filter. And then just start pinning wherever you need to pin them to keep them nice and secure. You're just going to let that top section back down and you're going to fix your hair however you want to have it. And then there you go. There's your Snapchat puppy filter costume. It looks pretty awesome, and it looks even more awesome with this giant phone Snapchat model. Now, to become the most adorable little deer filter, as you can see here, I've already got one of my eyes done. I've made it look a little bit bigger, and to do that, you're just going to take a white eyeliner pencil and you're going to color in your lash line and your waterline because you want that defining line to disappear. You're going to create a new defining line just slightly lower than that, and that is how you're going to create a slightly larger eye. Then you'll take a brown eyeliner and, like I mentioned, you just want to create a new lower defining lash line, slightly below where your natural lash line is. So that's what's going to define the size of your eyes for this tutorial. Next, fill in your eyebrows so that they look longer and swooped down slightly on the outer corners to give you that sort of sad, pouty look. Now, using a black eyeliner, draw in your little deer nose on the tip of your own. Next, use a white eyeliner to start mapping out the white part of the deer's muzzle. And then once you've got that outline mapped out a bit, you can start painting it in with a brush and white cream makeup. And I'm just using an inexpensive Halloween cream makeup palette. After filling in the white muzzle area, use your brush to gently and lightly flick the white out around the edges of the very top area of that muzzle to create a furry, fluffy kind of look. Next, paint your little nose in black. And you really want to make sure to get that makeup up into your nostrils, unfortunately, because you really don't want your nostrils to stand out. You want them to blend in. You don't want to see those. This might be a little bit uncomfortable, but you gotta do what you gotta do for a nice looking costume. Next, we're going to create a little bit of dimension underneath the nose. We're just going to take a very small brush and some gray and apply it just beneath the nose to the center and blend it out towards the cheeks. Now, using your tiny brush once again, get a bit of white cream makeup and paint a little shiny spot on the deer nose. Now, using a light orangey brown color, which I just mixed using orange and a little bit of black and some yellow, we're just going to paint up the center of your nose to your forehead and around the top of your eyebrows, as you see me doing here. You don't want to paint your whole forehead. Remember what the filter looks like. And you want to have very soft edges all the way around the perimeter on your forehead. So you'll just use heavier pressure toward the middle of your forehead, and as you come out, you will reduce your pressure and lightly flick it out to create that very soft, fluffy look. Now, using the same color, you'll create little circles for your cheeks. place, and then you'll use your finger just to pat around the edges, again to soften those edges and blend them out into your skin. Then just add a little bit of red to the center and blend that into the orange as well, so that you don't have any harsh lines and the colors just blend together. The next part is a bit tricky. You're just going to use a black eyeliner, your favorite one. You can use liquid, you can use cream. I suggest using a liquid liner because they stay on much better and they won't run and they won't smudge. And you're just going to create that double flick look. And if you've seen the filter before, then you know what I'm talking about. And obviously, you just do what you see me doing here in the video. Now I'm just using a brown eyeshadow to tie the upper eyelids and lower eyelids together and to create a little bit more definition along that lower line that we created. Now use a small brush and your white makeup to create the little flecks or freckles on the deer's forehead. Now this next part is really optional. I just like to add a little bit of color to my lips, so I'm just putting a bit of lipstick on and then wiping it off just to get like a stained appearance and add to the cuteness of this deer. And now all that's left is to add your ears. So if you guys want to know how I did these ears, if you want to make a pair for yourself, I will have the full directions over on my blog. And as I said earlier, I will have the link to that blog post in the description. So you just want to section your hair off low down and just position the wire around that sectioned off part and just start pinning those ears in place with lots of bobby pins. Once you've got them pinned in place, you're just going to let down that sectioned off piece of hair, and then you just style your hair the way you want it to be, and your ears are nice and concealed in there. One last thing I nearly forgot is you just want to add a light coat of mascara to your bottom lashes, but don't wiggle it in at the roots. You want to start your mascara where that line is that we drew. This will further define that false lash line. And then that's it for this adorable Snapchat deer costume, which also looks super awesome with the giant phone model. Again, if you want to know how I did that, just head over to that blog post.
So that's it for these costume tutorials. I think they're pretty awesome. I'm not sure which one is my favorite, but I do think I'm going to do one for Halloween myself. And I hope some of you guys will too. And you can share those with me on social media if you'd like. I always like to see your creations. I hope you guys have a super awesome day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!